Reid Miller is here. He's the star of Play by Play, a coming-of-age comedy. He's here to talk about that and much, much more. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Veronica Barriga. Next to me is the talented Reid Miller. How are you tonight?
Hi guys, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome.
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Perfect. So I want to talk about this show. This is a really cool show.
Thank you. Yeah, it is really cool, I think. Yeah.
I love it. It reminds me of the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to see that?
I loved the Wonder Years. I'd catch an episode every now and then, but when I got the script for Play by Play, like the pilot, that was the first thing it reminded me of. Or Saved by the Bell. Definitely a lot of those 90s teen drama comedy shows were really what it reminded me of.
Yeah, really good shows that people grow up on.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Play by Play for those who may not know, sort of like the storyline and who you play and all that good, all that jazz.
So Play by Play takes place in the 90s, if you couldn't have guessed by our conversation. But it's basically about Pete Hickey, who I play, and about his life as a high schooler and wannabe football player. And it's called Play by Play because it's actually narrated by future Pete Hickey. We're getting meta here. And he's an ESPN newscaster, and he's giving the play-by-play on his life. So, yeah, that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah.
Like the ups and downs of what happens.
That's the base of it, yeah. So, this is really cool. So, what's it like to be such a huge part of the show? Because you're the lead, and it revolves around your character.
It's a trip. It is, because it's like, I've done leads before, but this is the first time I am the lead and focus of an entire series.
Yeah.
And it's... it's exciting, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking because it's like the whole show is kind of residing on like my shoulders as well as my co-stars, and they're amazing. They really help support me, and I support them, and we really carry the show as a unit. But I think mostly it's exciting, and it's a really new, fun, exciting thing, and I'm really honored to get to play this character and to get to bring this story to new audiences.
Yeah.
And it's really, really fun.
Yeah, and congratulations. You guys, you did season 1, and you got greenlit for season 2 and 3.
And 3, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really great. It's just really awesome to get to work with, the cast and crew again, especially when it's like we really did become family on season 1.
That's amazing.
I made lifelong friends, and they really do feel like my family. So it was just an amazing experience all around.
Yeah, and you guys, season 1 you filmed in Iowa, and are you still filming the?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, in Des Moines.
Yeah.
Des Moines' fun.
Yeah.
It's a small town, but it's great.
I was curious about that because, we're here in LA, and everywhere you drive and go, you see film sets here and there. And
or you'll see a celebrity here and there. But Des Moines, it's like, a lot of people, they don't shoot there a lot.
Right.
If I'm walking down the street, I am at that point now where they know who I am. So I'll go to the mall, or I'll walk down the street, and someone might be like, "You're that guy in that show, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not walking." No. But it's really cool because it's a new thing for them, and I can tell that they love it. And
they're excited.
And it's giving the people there in Des Moines, like the students there and just kids in general, an opportunity to be in the show, to be extras,
cool.
and to even audition for like smaller roles here
No
and
way.
there. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I was coming out of my hotel, and they were like holding auditions, and I like peeked my head in, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And everyone's like, "Oh, that's the guy," and I was like, "Yeah, that's the guy." Like focus is good,
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It's really cool.
How fun. Cool. So you go through a lot in this show. What do you think is sort of the worst and the best thing that's happened to Pete so far in his journey of high school?
Oh man. Spoiler alert, first off, for the seasons 2 and 3 that haven't come out, but I'll try not to reveal too much.
Yeah.
But I think so far in season 1, the worst thing that's happened to him would have to be not winning Alex's heart, which is his main love interest in the show. And but it's also like part of the best thing that's ever happened to him, because he got to kiss her in the last episode. Spoiler alert! It's been out long enough. You should have seen it by now. But it was the best and worst thing that's ever happened to him. Because it was it was like his first kiss, but it was also like his first heartbreak because it's, you know, there's nothing worse than not having someone that you kind of love not reciprocate that. So that's probably, it was like a double-edged sword.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, and let's see here. You, this is great. You're kind of like, I don't want to say typecast, but you play a lot of 90s kids.
I do. It's weird, but it's cool. It's cool. Pete Hickey in the 90s, and I also have a film in Sundance right now, a short film that was in Sundance, and that's set in like an alternate version of the 90s. And so I was a 90s kid again, and it was like this futuristic world where every kid wears this collar that monitors their mental, social, and sexual development.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was, even though it's set in like an alt 90s, it was a little too real.
Okay.
You know, like, I hope you guys will get to see it soon.
Yeah, it's called Worm, by the way.
Worm, yes.
Yeah, and it was at Sundance, which is a huge deal. And people work their whole careers trying to get to Sundance, and you've done it.
It was an amazing experience. It was really great.
Yeah, so tell us a little more about Worm. It's in an alternate reality, and you wear this sort of weird device.
Yeah, it's
the
this
poster
massive
is
collar.
awkward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The whole movie's
so
awkward,
weird.
which is awesome. It's very Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Or very Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
And that's what really drew me to
Weird
it.
in a cool way.
Oh,
not like just weird. Yeah.
It definitely
It's
makes you want to
unique.
crawl out of your skin, though. Some of the scenes, it's like, oh, this is weird, but in a great way, in a good way.
And that character is also sort of trying to get through his high school years, trying to get his
Definitely.
first kiss and trying to connect.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting. Because you're not too young, but you're pretty young. I mean, you didn't grow up in the 90s.
No.
So I'm just curious, do you ask your parents about what it was like? Because, you know, it was different for kids. They didn't have cell phones. You couldn't text a girl, you know.
Yeah, you had to do it the old-fashioned way. Walk up to
yeah.
their house and be like, "Can I talk to your daughter, please?" I don't know.
Do you think about that too much, or do you just kind of jump right in?
It's interesting because I think I grew up watching 90s movies. Like,
Okay.
I never really grew up on what was considered modern at the time. So I would watch, you know, all the original Three Ninjas movies, the original...
I love Rocky!
Make a remake. Cast me as Rocky. Hit me up. Anyway.
That would be great.
Yeah, or like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
with it.
movies, or, you know, so I kind of grew up on those 90s movies and those 90s shows. Like, I loved Saved by the
Okay.
Bell. I don't really remember asking my parents about the 90s, but I
Okay.
definitely had this weird understanding of it. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like I was born in the wrong era.
Sure.
Like, I definitely feel like I was meant to be born in the 80s or the 90s. So getting to play these characters is kind of trippy, but it's cool. You know, it's really fun to get to be in different time periods and be these characters that
Yeah.
I'm not really anything alike. So it's really cool. But I would have to say, to correct myself, me and Pete Hickey are practically the same person. Just a
Okay.
younger me. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me what parts of the series are true, because most of it has happened to me. Whether I wanted to or not.
He's like, this is real life.
Yeah, no, I'd be like talking to the writer, like, why did you put that in there? This is too real.
Speaking of writing, you do a lot of writing yourself,
I do.
right?
Yes, I do.
You're writing scripts, features, and
Absolutely,
everything.
yeah. Before acting ever even came into my mind, I was always a writer.
Oh, wow.
Writer first all the way. And, you know, now that I am acting, it has given me amazing opportunities to meet these amazing writers and these directors, and to get great advice from them in my writing. And I just finished my first feature film script. I've written a couple series. I'm really hoping that I'm going to get behind the camera and in the director's chair and really take some of these on.
That's really amazing, and that's really inspiring, and I'm glad you're doing that, because because other people will tell your story if you don't.
Absolutely.
And so it's amazing as a young person that you can have, you know, do that and speak your truth.
Yeah.
I think it's important for young people to do that.
Definitely. I totally agree.
I love it. And then this was really fun. I heard you, I don't say you are a rapper, but you enjoy rapping.
Yes, I do. I wasn't prepared for that question, but I am. I love rapping.
Yeah.
I'm not a singer. Don't ask me to sing. Anytime I have an audition to sing, I want to cry.
Aw.
But when it comes to rapping, it's just a little more my speed. You know, I love Eminem.
Okay.
Love 8 Mile. I hope some of you have at least seen 8 Mile. Movie's free.
I
It's
think so.
amazing. But yeah, no, I love rapping. It's fun.
So I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but do you freestyle?
I would say I freestyle, but here's the problem. When I rap, a few choice words will make it in there. And
Okay.
I'll post something.
We'll
you guys
save
be
that
on the
for the
lookout.
next time.
Save it for
Wait,
the next time.
Social media tease.
Social media tease.
If you go to
Yes.
his Instagram,
You'll see it.
he'll do some rapping for
I
you.
actually have a song that we've recorded like the first half of the song, but it's like a parody rap, straight comedy. But be on the lookout for that in the near future. It'll bit of an experimentation, but I think you guys will dig it.
I love it. I love it. And speaking of social media, where can these folks find you online?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at @TheRealReidMiller, and Reid Miller is spelled REID Miller.
Cool. You guys can find me online at Veronica B online. And yeah, thanks so much for
Of
being
course.
here and
Yes.
chit-chatting.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you guys next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.